Hey friends, I realize that every time I start a video, I say, I haven't done one of these in a while, and I really want to get back into it. I've got a lot of stuff that I'd like to do, or that some of you have asked me to do. I just have had a hard time getting back in the rhythm of it. But last night, I was planting some stuff, and in the midst of move season, I just, as I was explaining something to my husband, I realized that this might be a helpful outlook for some that have received moves. I know that sometimes we feel unequipped, or we don't know why we're going somewhere, or we don't know who's choosing these things, or we like where we are and we're not ready to go. I mean, there's just all different kinds of scenarios that go on. But last night I was outside and I was planting some lantanas, which are pretty, and they're also really easy because that's kind of where I have to hang out. And I've turned into an old lady that really enjoys gardening, and part of it is probably because when I first started, my husband would call my plant pots plant coffins. Sounds like rude. Challenge accepted. So I started doing some gardening, some simple gardening. It's got to be easy, and that's really where I spend some time with the Lord. And so last night, as I was planting, my husband had come outside with me, and he had actually gone to the garden shop with me on Friday, and I started planting these lantanas, and I like them because the blooms on them are like really pretty and vibrant. And I also like them because I'm going to put them in the sun with some well draining soil, and then they're dry and they will just do their own thing. It will require very little effort from me. So as I was doing that, I started cutting off the blooms because I was like massaging the roots, and then I was getting them in there, and I started cutting off the blooms. And so my husband's like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm cutting off the blooms. He said, I thought we paid $15 for that plant because you like the blooms. And I did. That's why I did. But the problem is that when you replant something, the plant needs energy for the roots to really settle in. And every part of that plant takes some of the energy. So if there's old blooms on there, it's taking energy from those roots really developing and getting rooted and grounded in their new environment. So if you cut them off, it takes away the beauty of the plant right then, right? And you just hope for the best. Cut off some of the leaves, cut off, I just kind of take it almost down to like bare minimum so that those roots can really develop. Because what's going to happen when those roots really develop is that thing's going to like take over that pot, and it's going to be huge, and there's going to be these beautiful, vibrant flowers every single day that's just going to continue to bloom. It's going to continue to grow, continue to spread. And just to be beautiful and to do what it was meant to do. And that is to bring pollinators and contribute to nature and just be gorgeous. And so I was thinking about that. If you are thinking about in your appointment and you got a call and you are distressed or overwhelmed or sad, or just all the things that you go through, especially if you feel like, this is what I'm good at, this is where I am, and I'm going somewhere where I don't feel that. I don't understand. I know that we felt like that when we moved to Abilene. It was so different than anything we had done before in our ministry, and we're like, why us? We have no experience in that. And Colonel Rainbow told us it's going to be a stretch appointment for you. And it has been. He's right. And where you stretch and where you're uncomfortable, you grow. And this appointment has grown us, and the Lord's strength has come through in our absolute weakness. So don't hold on to your old blooms thinking, but I finally got it. I finally figured out this appointment and what I'm doing here. Those old blooms are going to cut off. And it's the reason the gardener chose you, right? The gardener chose you because you have these beautiful blooms, but those have to be cut off to be rerouted somewhere else, to be really grounded. In that new atmosphere and new environment, you are going to grow and flourish and bloom and just take over where you are. And it won't be comfortable at first, because transition never is. But the Lord can use you, and He can grow you, and He can develop you. And if you feel inadequate, or like it's something that you're not good at, or what were people thinking, fantastic, because that's where the Lord is going to do a mighty work of growth and development for you. And it's going to be uncomfortable in the first year, especially. It's going to be really hard. And God's going to use all of that to make you exactly where you are, to get you rooted and grounded in the place that He has for you now, so that you can bloom even more, even bigger, even brighter. So good luck to you. Praying for you. I spent some extra time this morning praying to the Lord for those in our church family who are experiencing transition. It is never easy, but it is always growth. It's always good. And you are always, everywhere you go, everything you do, in the Lord's hand. And He can use you, He can develop you, and He can grow the kingdom with you. And He's invited you in this ministry, and you're gonna bloom magnificently. So allow Him to do a work in you. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time He may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:6-7. I hope you find comfort in His word as you continue to give your life of service to Him. He will bless you richly. God bless you, and thanks for watching.